Hey guys, Red Llama here. So in today's video, we're going to be going over this rig build that me and my son had done a while back, and I just want to go over it now. Some of the little kinks that worked out of it, and all the power supply connections, the setup for Hive OS, pretty much like everything that has gone into this rig. This is my main rig. This is where you're getting about 860 mega hash on it, using about, get the exact wattage. We'll see it on the Hive OS soon, but yeah. So let's get into it. This is a Veta frame that me and my son had built a while back, and I am putting in a H110 motherboard here, which has 13 slots to it, and we're putting in all the screws into it. And it already has it already has the CPU, it has the RAM in it, so it's all set up. And then after that, what I had done was I put all the GPUs onto the frame.
Oh crap, I forgot. There's another 3080 right underneath.
It comes with these cutouts that you could attach to the frame and secure on the power supply if you're using the standard ATX power supply. For this motherboard, you need to make the connections to the PCIe express slots, and there's two connections. I'll put a diagram of where those connections are for this motherboard, but there are better YouTube videos out there that shows how to make the connections for this motherboard.
I got a 1200 and a 1500. And then 850 just for the motherboard and maybe one or two cards on it.
So here's the time lapse of me making all the connections or power connections to all the GPUs. I think it might be just better to show the schematic of how I had done all the connections, which ones go to which power supply, and then show the calculations of making sure that we don't go over the 80% rule. After all this was done, I did not like the way that all the cables were just like floating around, so I used zip ties to kind of just do some cable management here because it was just way too crazy. I probably could have just left it like that. Would have been fine, but I figured I'd just be able to clean this up a bit more. After that, I connected all the risers with a USB to the ASRock 110 motherboard. After all the connections were made for the power supply to the GPUs, I connected the risers with a USB to an express PCIe slot.
Just bear with me, guys. I'm just putting in the password to get this on Hive OS. There we go. We see all 8 GPUs on this now. What I've been doing is, because I don't remember a lot of the core clocks, I've been looking at this section here, the public presets.
So this is a time lapse of me and my son putting the fans together. This is a pain, but all these cards definitely needed because they produce quite a bit of heat.
Oh, can I have a screw and one of the yellow pieces?
Yeah.
Now in this part I'm just doing cable management for the fans themselves. And then I also made the connection to the motherboard. And since it's deep in there, I'm going to just show a picture. Somewhere here, put a picture.
From the spot surface here, so I can't sink the fans in too deep. That's why I bumped these in. I had to break some of the tabs here. If we take a look up there, the spacing is pretty good too. I can put my finger in here and there's a good clearance.
Alright, so this has been hashing for a few days now, and I figured just go back to the overclocks that I have set up here. So we got all the 3080s, 3090s, 3080 Ti's, and a bunch of other 3090s, and you can see everything's pretty much over 100 mega hash, except for the 3080 Ti, which is a EVGA low hash rate card at this point. There is a unlock method, but I'm not willing to break it 20 mega hash for this. If I really wanted to just get that extra 20 mega hash, I would just get a 30 or a 1660 super at a high cost and just put it on a rig and just spend that extra $500 just to avoid breaking this 3080. But that's the side note on this. But yeah, we could see that everything is hashing. We're getting about 500 or 850 mega hash on this rig. It's been going for quite a few days now, and we're pulling according to HiveOS 2000 watts on this. Now it's a little bit poor because of the motherboard and CPU, and I think in the past I've calculated that out to be an extra 100 watts to it, but and then here's all the overclocks I have listed here. So if you guys want to take a look at those been working for me. I'm sure if Ronnie got a chance to get into this, he'll probably make it even 10 times better. Ronnie is the man. So here it is, guys. This is the 8-card rig, pulling about 2,000 watts of power, mining for about a few days now, and 850 mega hash on it. It's got 3 power supplies on it. They're kind of just zip tied on. And yeah, this has been going on for a while. This is actually a VGA B stock here that I got a while back, but I had to repad that thing. And as you can see, there's pretty good clearance here, so there shouldn't be any cables rubbing against anything. That was my biggest fear, if one of the cables was rubbing on the fans and like slowly ate away at it and then reduce the capacity of that wire. So that was the main reason why I did the cable management on this system here. And yeah, it's been going pretty well. All right, thanks guys for stopping by. Appreciate it if you leave a like and leave a comment down below in the comment section. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, see ya.